welcome to the next chapter. If you remember from yesterday, we left off with Stella being stuck in the fence. And this chapter is called Stuck. It hurts to move forward, it hurts to move backward. The wire is sharp, and even with my thick elephant skin, it's pokey and scratchy. I told you so, says voice, which is not really helpful. Out of nowhere, I fear I'm going to cry again. It doesn't make sense. All those awful times in Africa I told Ivan and Bob about, I just dealt with them. I didn't cry. Not much, anyway. But after seeing Jabori, I cried. And now, here I am in this ridiculous position, and I decide to cry. I tell myself, calm down, Ruby, in my best scoldy aunt voice, and after a while I do. I could yell for help, but I don't want the aunts to see me like this. I don't want anyone to see me like this, especially Aunt Akello. I realize that someone is calling for me, someone nearby. Unfortunately, it's Aunt Akello. Of course it is. Rescue. Aunt Akello doesn't say anything right away. She just stands a few feet from me, taking it all in, which is the worst thing she can do. I want to say, just go ahead and yell at me, or at least laugh at me, but my mouth seems to be stuck shut. It feels like I just ate a hive full of honey, bees and all. She steps closer. She smells like fresh hay and cantaloupe, and I realize how hungry I am. Hello, Tusky, she says at last, in that voice of hers that's windy and cool and a tiny bit scary. I wonder if she sounded like this when she was a little elephant. Then I wonder if she ever even was a little elephant. I force myself to speak. I say, my voice cracks. Hi there, Aunt Akello. She examines the torn fence with her trunk. Would you like to hear a riddle? She asks. I was expecting her to say a whole bunch of things, none of them exactly good. But not that. Sure, I say, trying not to breathe too hard, because breathing means pokey wires. I love riddles. I know you do, she says, still checking the fence. I know a lot about you, little one. She grips a section of wire with the end of her trunk, but the fence barely moves. All right, then, Aunt Akello says. Here goes. What time is it when an elephant sits on a fence? She almost looks, I don't know, nervous, shy. I wonder if she's ever actually told a riddle before. The thing is, I know the answer, but should I tell her or should I pretend I've never heard the riddle? I wait for that bossy voice in my head to give me a clue, but it seems to have run away. That voice is a chicken. I have no idea, Aunt Akello, I say. What time is it when an elephant sits on a fence? She waits. At least she knows how to do that part. It is, she says, her eyes sparkling, time to fix the fence. She looks hopeful, like she's never made anyone laugh before, and there is something so sweet and silly about her expression that I pretend to chuckle, even though, of course, I've heard that riddle 100 times. The truth. Good one, Aunt Akello, I say. I'm not much of a jokester, she admits, but that seemed perfect under the circumstances. It was for sure, I say. So, she points to the fence with her trunk. What's the plan? You going somewhere? Just saw the hole and got curious, I say, which is sort of not a lie, but probably still counts as not okay behavior. Tusky, Aunt Akello says, and when she sees me make a face, she tries again. Ruby, she yanks on a dandelion and holds it up to the sun. I remember being afraid of my tusk day, too. You? I ask, unable to hide my surprise. It's hard to imagine Aunt Akello being afraid of anything. Oh, my, yes. She drops the dandelion, then reconsiders, picks it up, and eats it. What were you afraid of? As soon as the words are out of my mouth, I wonder if I've asked something not okay. Aunt Kello seems fine with my question. Where to start, she exclaims. Everything and nothing. I have so many worries. Would I be brave enough when I grew up, strong enough, wise enough, kind enough? She gives a small laugh. Could I, little Akello, ever lead a herd? Well, here you are, I say, our matriarch, so I guess that worked out okay. True, she agrees, but I was born like you in Africa. Our herd was 20 strong, sometimes more. That's a big burden for any elephant to take upon her shoulders. Here, she shrugs. Here, it's easy. Here, we just pretend to be wild. Here, the keepers bring you water. There are no droughts in the park, no threats, she pauses, unless you count the odor coming from the water buffalo enclosure. I belly laugh, which is a bad idea because my belly is stuck in a big wire fence. My point is, she adds, if I'd become the matriarch of my African herd, my life would have been very different. When we'd first met, I'd told the other elephants I was from Africa, but I hadn't realized Aunt Akello was from there too. Truth is, I only know little bits and pieces about my aunts and their histories. They don't talk much about the past. The only reason I know about Aunt Lahili's hurt eye and Aunt Zaina's arthritis is because I overheard them talking one afternoon. I was not exactly eavesdropping, I was investigating, and elephants have excellent hearing. It's not my fault my ears are talented. Are any of the other aunts from Africa? I ask. No, Aunt Stella answers. All captive born. Circuses and roadside attractions and such. She shudders. Not nice places. We're lucky here. Luckier than many elephants, anyway. Do you remember much about Africa, Aunt Akello? I ask, because I can't help myself. Too much, she says, and not enough. I suppose I pick and choose my memories. Uncle Ivan is like that, I say. Maybe that's how we manage to stay hopeful, Aunt Akello says. In Africa, I say softly, there were bad people. They killed elephants because they wanted their tusks. When I was there, I saw it too, Ruby. I still have nightmares about it. We fall quiet for a moment, and then I say the words out loud. I hate my tusks, I whisper. Aunt Akello touches my back with her trunk, so softly she could be a moth or a morning breeze. I know, dear one, she says. I know. And tomorrow we'll find out if Ruby gets out of the wire fence. Bye.